Congratulations, CFT graduates. That is a training well worth celebrating, and well done to complete it. I know you've heard my voice. Some of you may not have seen me. I'm Matthew Blum, and I wanted to shoot a quick video for you about one of the most valuable things I think you can have for your coaching practice, for your website, and also for potential clients and working with you. And that is the idea of testimonials. Now, the way most coaches go about getting testimonials is after they're done with their series of working with a client, say 3 months, 6 months, a year, they'll write them an email and say, hey, could you write me a testimonial? And that's not the worst thing in the world, but I want to share 2 ways to make it far, far more powerful. What makes a powerful testimonial? A powerful testimonial, well, in contrast to what is a weak testimonial. A weak testimonial is when someone writes about their coach, Mary, and they say, Mary is kind, a good listener, she really understands me well, and she helped me clarify my issues and be able to take action in some areas that are important to me. To me, on a scale of 1 to 10, that testimonial is about a 5. And the reason why is that it's mostly talking about Mary, about the coach, where a potential client is actually more interested in what are the results that someone gets from working with Mary. Is Mary someone they can trust with what they want to accomplish in their life? So the first thing that you want to really hone in on is that a testimonial is about the results that you as a client would get, or that your clients are getting with you. So the way to do that, I found 2 that I think work really well. The first is that maybe they report to you in a session something that really happened, something that a success they had, or a breakthrough, or something that took place based on the coaching that you did with them. When that happens, either in this session, if you take notes, I take notes in my sessions, so I might write that down, or afterwards you might just remember what they said and track it down. And then what I like to do is I send that to them in an email. I said, hey Ralph, I remember you said this during our session. It was really powerful and really great. And I'm wondering if this is something I could use on my website to help potential clients in the future know a little bit about what it's like to work with me. I've never had any of my clients say no. I also invite them to reword it anyway if they want to change some of the languaging, or maybe I misunderstood what they said, whatever it is. They usually just send it right back and say, this is great. I ask them if I can use their photo, and also if I can use their name. If not, initials are fine, no photo is fine, but a testimonial with photos is far more powerful. And if they say I can use a photo, often what I do is I go to Facebook and just find one. Because here's the other thing about testimonials, is that your clients might be reticent to give them. Your clients aren't reticent because they don't want to help you or anything like that. Usually it's that if you ask them to write a testimonial, for them to sit down and do that, they freak out a little bit. They think, oh, I need to create this masterpiece, or I need to encapsulate everything about them. And what I've experienced is that clients will delay this for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and sometimes never do it. Same thing with sending a photo, is that, oh, I have to find the perfect photo, I have to do this or that. If you help them, you make it really easy for them. Here, I wrote this for you. Can I use this photo I found on Facebook? Then they can just say yes, and it's a lot easier on both ends. So that's the most powerful way. The second is if you don't have that, but you want to ask a testimonial from a client, then I suggest you ask them 3 questions. These 3 questions are, what was going on in your life before you started working with me that had you decide to invest in with me as a coach? It's a little bit like you're wanting to get from them, if you see like those Weight Watchers commercials or something, the before and after, right? You can't usually represent pictorially what you do as a coach, although perhaps you can if your line of work does that. But you want to get a little snapshot. Here's what my life was before. Here's the things I was struggling with. Here's the issue I had. Here's the problems I was facing. And then the second question you ask them is, what results came about because of working together through our coaching? And they will write. So if I'm working with a coach and they were to do this, they might say, before I started working with Matthew, I had finished a coaching training and I was out trying to get clients. And in the first 8 months of trying to do this, I got 2 clients. And they weren't paying me very much. I did some pro bono work, and I knew that I couldn't do this work full time, and I had to keep my job. Because of working with Matthew, and during the first month that we worked together, I got 3 new clients at triple the rate that I had been charging before, and they were thrilled. I was happy, and from then on, in the next 6 months, I was able to fill my practice to the point where I had to start doing group coaching programs because there were too many people for the individual slots that I had. And I'm able to now let go of my job and do what I truly love full time. So that might be a before and after picture. So the third question that I would suggest you ask is, what would you say to someone who's considering working with me? In this case, if I'm the coach, Matthew, or with you. What would you say to someone who's considering working with me? And this is a chance for them to really share what's in their heart, what really took place for them. And this might have some of the qualities about you. It's fine if it's there, but it's almost like they can reach out and speak directly to a potential client and say, listen, here's what my experience was, and if they believe in what you do, which most clients will, they will have a lot of things to say to help them, encourage them to move forward. So, if you haven't already noticed, below this video, there are those 3 questions, and I would like to have your answers about them. We spent a number of months together, and I got to hear some of the things in the calls, but I would love to know, what was it like beforehand? What has happened since us working together? And what would you say to someone who might be considering working with me, either individually or as you did with the Conscious Selling program? So go ahead and speak about that. And I'd like to incentivize it a little bit for you, and also encourage you to do it quickly. There's 2 things. After you fill this out, on the next website, I have a gift waiting for you. It's kind of a holiday gift, let's say, as a way to get even more support with your coaching and training. And it's going to, I think you'll like it. I hope so. So that's waiting for the other side. And that gift is only available through next Wednesday. I wish I knew the date off the top of my head. I don't. But if you don't do before then, the gift will not really be relevant for you. So I invite you to it'll take you probably 3 minutes right now. If you just go below, put in answer those 3 questions, and you'll be directed right to the next website. I have another video for you explaining the gift of how I can help further support you in making a great living while making a great difference. Once again, it was an honor to be with all of you. I want to say that while you can see my face. After each call, they were usually my favorite parts of the week. I loved getting to support you. I love knowing that I walked a certain portion of the path and could look back and support you on yours. So I look forward to continuing doing that, and whether or not you do the testimonial or go on from there, all the best. Happy holidays, and may your coaching become something that can truly make a great difference while making a great living for you. Be well.